Hi guys, today we're talking about robotic affirmations. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, my name is Marilise and I make videos on manifestation and the law of assumption. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, it really helps me out if you like, share, or comment on the video. And I am so excited to talk to you guys about robotic affirmations because they have worked for me in a very dramatic way to help me change my state. And I am going to give you all of the reasons why you should use them and that they might be beneficial to you if you have something that you have a lot of resistance to. And so, robotic affirmations are repeated robotically and without any emotion or attachment to your outcome. So they are exactly how they sound. You repeat them robotically without emotion or attachment to your outcome. So you're basically saying them like a robot. You repeat them in a robotic voice over and over again, and you can either do that by counting them. Some people use like a counter app to do their affirmations. I personally don't. I just robotically affirm throughout the day. Some people do also time them, so they'll do like 10-minute periods of robotic affirmations. You can kind of see what works for you if you choose to start doing them. And the idea behind it is by removing the emotion from the affirmations, we're going to bypass the resistance from our subconscious that may be holding us back from getting our manifestations and desires. And the more you repeat the robotic affirmations, the subconscious mind is likely to accept them as the new idea and start to begin to act on them. And so for me, I like to keep my robotic affirmations short and to the point. You want to remember that you need to be direct with your subconscious about what you want. It's like I had said before in a previous video, your subconscious is like your printer. Whatever you feed it, it's going to print out. And so you should be direct and to the point. And I like to keep them short and sweet because they are easier for me to robotically affirm that way. I have just found that if I have like a long affirmation, it takes longer to repeat them over and over again. So I keep them short, sweet, and to the point. And like I said, they are good for things that you have quite a bit of like resistance to. Of course, if you have, if you're comfortable manifesting and you don't need to robotically affirm, then this probably isn't for you. But there is some of us that are like manifesting big things and big shit into our lives. And, we have resistance to that sometimes. And that's why when you start affirming, you'll start to have like negative thoughts against it because your brain and your mind or subconscious is resisting the idea of that new thought. But if you choose to do robotic affirmations, you're basically just robotically telling your subconscious something over and over again, like a robot, repeating that affirmation to it. And if you have any questions or comments on that, just leave them in the chat and I will answer them for you. And then I was going to give you guys like an example of how I robotically affirm. And so, I will robotically affirm throughout the day. And I like to focus a lot on like my money situation because that's the thing that I have the most resistance to. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I find that that's the thing that I struggle with the most. I can easily manifest people, but with money, it's the thing that I have found resistance to. So I affirm throughout the day that I'm so rich, 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 I'm so rich. So that would be exactly how I would do it. You can do it during times where you don't have people around, of course, because if you're repeating them out loud, that's not going to be probably something you want for someone to hear. So if I am driving or say doing tasks throughout the day at home, like showering, cleaning my laundry, folding laundry, anything like that, cooking, that's when I'll do my robotic affirmations. And also I like to do them before I go to sleep. I do think that it's very beneficial to tell your subconscious mind, whatever it is that you are manifesting right before you fall asleep, and then also when you wake up. So those are like when I do my affirmations, you can kind of figure out what's going to be best for you. Remember that with manifestation, there are no like strict rules. You make your own rules. You manifest however you would like. Robotic affirmations is just another way or another tool in your tool belt for you to manifest when you have resistance to something, or to manifest rapidly. Usually if I affirm throughout the day, I will be getting my manifestation very quickly within that day, the next day, within that week. It's something that has helped me very fast. And then I also wanted to touch on, if you're suffering from any kind of like anxiety or depression, you should go back and check my previous video on how I affirmed to change my state when I was going through some pretty bad depression and anxiety due to losing my mom, dad, and my little sister all in a 10-month time period. I had went through a paradigm shift in my life, and everything completely changed within a year's time. And I was in a state for about a year of grief, of waking up every day crying. Me and my mom were so close. She was my ride or die, I say, or my rock. And when I lost her, my whole world crumbled. And then I lost my sister 4 months later in a very dramatic way. And I didn't have my mom to console me. And then my dad consoled me through those, and then passed away 6 months, almost to the date my sister died. So within that time, I had went through this really, really dramatic loss. And I won't get into the whole story, but I was suffering for a long time. And I found a YouTuber who talks about affirmations a lot. And I started robotically affirming that my anxiety, that I was happy again, I was healed, I was whole. And it led me to things that helped me change and helped me heal and helped me be happy again. And it happened very quickly after I started robotically affirming. And it was absolutely amazing to me. And that is one of the reasons I will talk about robotic affirming all day long. It has helped me change my state dramatically. And if you are suffering from any kind of grief, any kind of loss, anxiety, depression, you can affirm and affirm and affirm to be well again. And if it worked for me, after losing my whole world, it can work for anybody. And so if you have stayed for the entire video, thank you so much. I do appreciate everyone who watches, subscribes, comments, likes, shares. I love this manifestation community, and I love you guys. And thank you so much again for watching. And until next time.